Bonjour! Welcome to Pardon Our French with Quincy and Justine.
It is episode 14.
Crazy.
We're going to be talking about fall traditions in Paris, things that we have brought over from our United States.
And new things that have been introduced to us.
Yes, so many new things. We are actually pre-recording this episode for next week because Justine will be at a work offsite.
I will be, and so I will not have the time.
She'll be at a chateau. You can feel bad for her.
Excuse me, lady. Also, Quincy will be in Berlin at Oktoberfest this weekend.
That's
so
true.
We can't do it.
That's true. I just had a major panic because I couldn't find my dirndl.
My dirndl.
Which, for those of you who don't know, is it's supposed to be authentic. I don't know how it's like at one point it was authentic. Now it's like overdone, commercialized. But the dress that you're supposed to, the traditional German dress that you're supposed to wear.
Will you braid your hair?
I just chopped my hair, so I don't think I have enough to braid.
Oh, come on.
We'll see. But Lucy was like, oh, if you can't find it, you can just buy another one. I was like, I do not need two dirndls.
No, you do not. So when I received your text today, that was like, I'm running late. Don't know where my dirndl is. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I had to text my entire building, ask for the key to our cave, which is like our basement storage area, because it also got burgled.
Yeah.
And the locks were changed. I didn't get the new key, etc. So I had to...
Your cave is scary.
It is. It's like you go down there and you should probably tell someone that you're going down in case they don't hear from you.
It's a dungeon.
It goes like two full...
It's like spiral staircases down.
Yeah.
And scary.
It's really scary.
It gave me similar vibes to the catacombs.
It's like you could, like, I feel safe in a city generally because I feel like there's less, like, murder here. But, like, you could have people in drums in these cave rooms downstairs if you wanted to be a murderer.
It's awful. Like the stories I'd make in my head when I would go down there and have to go alone, I'd be like, oh my gosh, what if somebody's like trapped down here?
Oh my God.
Or like, what if people are hiding gross things in their calves? Anyways.
No, I just told the neighbor, so I had to get the neighbor to lend me one of the keys. And I was like, if I don't come back in 10 minutes, please come find me.
Yeah. Spooky.
Yeah, exactly. Spooky season, which is perfectly in theme. So Justine and I both enjoy a lot of the fall traditions from the U.S. You know, for me, growing up in New England, there's so much about fall that is just, I mean, it's beautiful because there's all the foliage and you're kind of around a lot of farms, so you're around all the pumpkins growing.
I'm so jealous that you grew up in New England. It's like fall is my favorite season, and California does not have fall foliage. And actually, one of my like bucket list things is to stay in New England in the fall for at least like a month or two.
Damn.
And do like a whole trip and do like Vermont and Maine and Connecticut and all the beautiful places.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous. And it's kind of sad because I haven't been able to see that in a few years because the only time I go home now is really at Christmas. So,
well, thank goodness Paris has some.
Yes, Paris. For
a minute.
I don't think
more than California.
For me, I see Paris like one day the leaves are green and then the next day they're on the ground.
That's true. It is
like
weird.
There's never any like color changing and like staying on the trees for a while.
There is that one,
aka foliage.
Yes. I have a gorgeous photo from Versailles, and I think we're going to go into what we do now in Paris for fall shortly, but I do like doing at least one trip to Versailles in the fall because they're in like a forest, and it is very beautiful, I have to say. It's just like that golden hour vibe with all of the orange trees, and you're just like, magic.
Yeah, but you have to go outside Paris to get that.
Yeah, it's like an hour away.
Because also all the woods and everything that are on the outskirts of Paris are not places that you want to be found in.
No, not quite.
So Parisian fall traditions that we've sort of picked up on and celebrated over the past couple of years. The first one is what the French call a nuit blanche, which is basically translates to like an all-nighter.
An all-nighter, yeah.
And there's one in June and one in October, the first weekend night. So if you're coming, you can look out for that. Is that this weekend? Oh my God.
We're missing it.
You're missing it this year. But basically it's where like galleries, museums, and some cultural centers will open their doors at night. So you can go and see different installations, performances, concerts, things like that all night long.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. Last time, the one in June, I was on the Peniche.
Yeah,
we were on the
there.
Peniche together, and we were trying to wave at Jenny and Zach, who were by the globe. They installed this like lit up globe in the Seine.
It was huge.
It was ginormous. And so we passed by it, and our friends were there. And they were texting us, and they're like, "We're waving. Do you see us?" And I was like, "I'm waving back. Like, I totally see you." Did not see them.
No. But it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just nice because the energy is really fun. Everybody's out trying to go. Like, that's what's exciting for me about it, because I do like art, but just my attention span is so limited. So I like to see something, but I don't need to, like, watch it. Does that make sense?
Yes. We're, like, passing through.
Yes, I like to pass through and admire the ones that really stand out. But I like the energy that the city has that night. It's like everybody's out and about and just either enjoying the art or just enjoying being out in that energy.
Mm-hmm. Totally. And then coming up in mid-October, we have the Fête des Vendages.
Which I'm so excited about.
The Harvest Festival.
It's the frickin' best.
It's so amazing. It takes place in the 18th arrondissement. And basically, I learned this recently. I knew, like, the base of it, which is that there used to be a ton of vineyards in Montmartre.
Yep.
And basically, due to urbanization that just like started creeping closer and closer to that area, the vineyards just disappeared.
Yeah. But there's a lot of like homages to it.
Yeah. And obviously like there are some left still, and you can actually take a tour during this during what the Fête des Vendages, which I think is about 5 days long.
Yeah, I think it's like a weekend Wednesday to Sunday.
Yeah. So you can go and take a tour. I do think that they're in French, but...
Yeah, they probably have something in English or...
Yeah.
It's cool to see, and I think the most fun is that all of these like wineries outside of Paris come in just for this.
Yeah.
And they showcase their wines of the season or just like their most popular wines. And you can try them or buy them by the glass or by the bottle if you like it.
Yeah. So people are just like walking around with
their
whole
little
area with the glasses, and like it's so cute.
And we brought them home last time.
We did.
They also have like champagne. They have food. They have the food is very similar to what you'd find at a Christmas market in France. It's a lot of like choucroute and like sausages with tartiflette, which is like this very cheesy potato goodness. And then they have crepes and all of that fun stuff. And it's just like, again, the energy, the people
it's just
there.
Everyone's out, everyone, like I just love that.
It was so fun last year. And then we went to the museum.
It's the Musée de Montmartre. And there's a very cute, if you go in and go through to the back.
We totally snuck in and did not pay.
Yeah, that's true.
Oops. We didn't know, though, to be fair.
Yeah,
nobody
we thought it
stopped
was entry, whatever.
Yeah.
But in the back, they have this really beautiful cafe with this kind of like glass overlay.
It's like it's in a greenhouse.
Yeah.
Like within a garden. It's so cute.
Very cute.
It was just such a good vibe, and we ran into Charlotte and like your
oh my gosh,
your friends from college.
I forgot about that.
It was a great day, and honestly, I'm so looking forward to this year's. I just love Montmartre in general. Also, like when you don't go just for like the touristy stuff, and because it's the Vendage, everyone's there for that and not like the touristy things.
Exactly.
So
it's so fun.
If you're ever in Paris in October, absolutely check that out. It is super fun.
Mm-hmm. And also wine related.
Yes.
I was trying to come up with these.
It wouldn't be France without it.
Yeah, if it weren't surrounding wine. The Beaujolais Nouveau season, which is around November. I'd have to check the exact date. But basically everyone celebrates the release of this specific wine, the Beaujolais Nouveau. And most of it is consumed like immediately and in the last couple or in the next couple weeks from when it's harvested. It's very drinkable. It's very affordable. I remember it wasn't last year, maybe 2 years ago, with Lucy and all them. We did a tasting where we each brought a bottle and like tried different ones. And
yeah, I remember when you guys did that.
Each of us at the end like liked a different one, and it was kind of cool to see that,
Yeah,
there's
I
a lot
doing
of
tastings.
Yeah, so that was really fun. And
they're for sale for super cheap in grocery stores. So like when
the season is
out, people are like, okay, let me go buy that €2 bottle.
Oh my gosh.
And like people compare, I remember at my work, people comparing which ones they liked best and stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's just a funny thing.
It is. And it's like, oh, it's Beaujolais Nouveau season. Like, let's go and get a glass, which is kind of cute. So maybe since we're talking so much about wine, we could give some recommendations for our favorite wine bars in Paris.
Absolutely.
I can think of a couple off the top of my head, maybe some that are similar to you, but you also probably have some others. But Chez Nous, which is, it's either in the 5th or the 6th. It's kind of like on that. What?
Yeah.
What? Oh my God. Okay.
I don't really hang out on that side. You went to school over there, plus lived there for a second.
Well, so it's right near that old Scottish pub that we used to go to for the trivia.
Oh,
which is closed down temporarily
the
right
Highlander.
Now. The Highlander, yeah. So, not that we would like do one and then the other, but it's just like to show you where it is. It's basically like right off of Pont Neuf. Okay. And it's a really adorable spot. It's very like intimate vibes, just kind of, candlelit, really delicious wine. Some
is this
very
where you
nice.
Went on that date?
Which one?
With
you
the
may
Italian
ask.
guy?
Oh no, that was a different one.
Okay.
That was quite nice. That was, I must say, I felt kind of bad because I was like, I ended things with him because I was like, I just don't see the spark between us.
Yeah, which happens.
But he was very organized. Like he made a reservation. And
he was just on top of his shit.
He was on top of his shit. Mm-hmm. He took me to this really cute, which is like even more intimate. More like Chez Nous is a place where you can go with friends. This place that we went is like only a date spot.
Okay.
And like,
what is it called?
I would have to look it up.
Okay.
It's in my list somewhere, but I haven't been back.
We'll highlight it in the Instagram.
That was a funny one though because
we thought you were missing, and we went to come. We came to
because like you have to walk kind of far into the bar, and like I don't know why this happens, but when you go into places like that in Paris, like there's just no phone service.
All signal.
And so I had even tried sending something, but I just didn't realize it did not send to you guys because I had been like, everything's great, still alive, still kicking. And it just didn't go
her
through.
Freaking location went like AWOL. Like we were like, what the fuck is happening?
Probably showed me like next to the sun. You're like, oh dear. Oh dear.
No, it was just like location not found.
Oh bon. Okay.
Yeah.
So then was it Lucy or was it you guys?
No, it was Jaya.
It was Jaya. Oh my God. She was like in the area and we
were texting.
By.
I was like, go to the place and
she took a picture and sent it to the girls for like proof of life.
Yes.
That was really funny. But yeah, so the Chez Nous, really great plates, delicious, good vibe.
Okay.
In our neighborhood, we like this one called à la main, as in the hand, or in English, à la main.
It's
for
like
spelling purposes.
To the hand, to the counter.
Yeah. À la main le comptoir, and that's in the 2nd arrondissement where we live, and it's a Corsican wine bar.
Yes.
They have some really great stuff. Mm-hmm. And I actually went on a date here too.
Oh. And,
you just tell them what you like to drink. So I say, oh, like white, minerally, dry, whatever. Mm-hmm. And she brought this delicious bottle that we had, and it was just amazing. And then he paid at the end of the date, and then I went back with Lucy and probably you and maybe Martha or something.
Yeah.
And the bottle was like twice as expensive as I thought it was. I was like, oh, okay. So good to check sometimes.
2 of those.
Yeah. You did. Good to check on that sometimes. But they do have just incredible Corsican wine, which is cool. Mm-hmm. Kind of a twist. Also in the 6th is the Compagnie des Vins Surnaturels. Mm-hmm. We'll write all this down. Don't worry.
I've never been either.
That is right across from another place that's really great called the l'Avant-Comptoir du Marché, and which is just kind of like an outside. They put up these barrels and then just like a little wood on top to be like very like low-key tables. But it's always packed, which is cool. Yeah.
So my favorites are, I'm very into like the natural wines right now. So anything,
they're great,
like bio and like what's it called, organic. And there's one on my street actually, Ticton, called Le Dénicheur, and you have to make a reservation because it's tiny and always packed.
Yeah,
and it's just a really cute spot. The people there are so nice. They're so knowledgeable in what they're doing and all the wines that they have. It's super affordable. A glass will cost you like €4 to €7.
Oh, that's amazing.
A bottle will cost you like 15 to 25.
Nice.
It's very affordable, and the wine is really good. And it's like they will always, I mean, I think at all of these places, they'll always let you try before you take the glass.
Yeah.
And that's something to know in France. Like, you can do that.
Yeah.
So definitely take advantage of it, because nothing's worse than like ordering something and hating it.
Yeah.
And being like, I don't want to fucking pay for this. So yeah, Le Dénicheur, amazing. There's also Le 18e or the 18th in the 11th, which is a little bit
confusing.
But it's also super cute. The guy who manages it, we have to go. The guy who manages it is this really cute little Irishman. He's just so nice.
An Irishman running a wine bar. So cute.
And also the wines are so good. And Frenchie, which is around the corner as well.
Yes, they have a couple locations.
Yeah. They have on Rue du Nil, it's like they have their wine bar and then the actual restaurant. They're like next door to each other.
Yeah.
And they have really nice wines as well. Yeah. And it's super cute. Just like wood and old, just like cozy.
I just love the vibes. And that's why, like, even though I can't participate anymore, which is like sad, I'm like thinking about all this delicious wine is making me want some. But I just love the vibe. Like, I love to go still for the vibe, and I'll get my ginger beer or whatever. But it's just so nice to like luxuriate with everyone.
Yeah.
In that like ambiance. I just love it. So highly recommend if you're in Paris to kind of favor that sort of going out instead of, you know,
like just bars and clubs.
Noisy clubs and like trying to find those smaller places that are just
like intimate and like also hopping, but like in a different way.
Like social, but not like, you know, outrageous, you know, I don't know.
You just have to be there to know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
But in terms of what we're doing this year, aside from our little fall nights, for Halloween, so this has become a tradition because we've done it so far. I think you did it one year and then I did it the next year. We've never done it together, which is wild.
My God,
but the Pope party that we like to do on the Peniche does a Halloween theme where everybody comes in costume, which is super exciting because in France, Halloween's not really a thing. Like, they're trying to make it a thing, but they're missing the vibe. Like, everybody comes in like a bloody...
Justine, the Halloween enthusiast.
Oh, absolutely. Don't at me. They just go for like the gory, bloody side.
Yeah.
Like, we went out to a Halloween party like 2 years ago, and nobody was dressed up. They just had fake blood on their faces. I was like, what is this? Like, lame. And...
yeah, that's why it's so nice.
Like, the blood is so bad. It's literally
like
just
ketchup?
paint. Yeah, it's like red paint. God. And Jean and I went one year as like Pulp Fiction, and I had like a bloody nose because, you know, if you've seen the movie. And everybody was like stopping me and like, oh my God, your nose is bleeding. And I was like, it's fucking fake. Like, it's Halloween. But I mean, I did get really realistic fake blood.
Yeah. You committed to the bit.
I did commit to the bit. It actually looked nasty by the end of the night because it dries like real blood.
Crust.
So it's like crusty. I mean, honestly.
Going for the authentic.
That company did a great job.
What was I that year?
Your cabaret.
Oh, yes. Back in my cabaret days. Ah, bon.
Yeah.
Indeed. Last year was so fun, though.
Yeah, that was so fun.
We also have had Halloween parties at my house a couple years.
Themes.
Yeah, with themes. This last year was a rom-com theme, which was so fun.
It was really fun.
My favorite. So I went as Jenna Rank from 13 Going on 30. And you guys were the best.
We were Princess Diaries, so it was Mia, and Jean was Joe.
It was so good.
It was so
We'll have
fun.
to put the photo up.
Yeah, we have to.
We'll do that.
We have to. And like, you know, people came as like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah.
You've Got Mail.
It was
oh
so
my
good.
gosh, what else? Like, She's the Man. We had some.
Oh yeah, we had Ari come as Sebastian with the tampon in her nose. I was dying.
It was
the commitment.
Good. Clueless.
So good.
What else did we have? What was Lucy?
She was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Or no, that was Emily.
That was Emily, yeah.
What was Lucy? Oh, she was Easy A.
Easy A.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a great theme.
So fun. I know. How are we going to top that this year? We have to brainstorm.
This year we're not doing party.
If we can do the boat.
If we can do the boat.
They haven't posted
throwing the idea around White Lotus.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if people will get that here. Maybe we need to...
It's a little too niche.
Yeah.
For instance, people tend to go for basic concepts at Halloween, such as Pirate Man.
Or a devil or an angel.
Yeah. So things
Pirate
that are a
Man,
bit more...
Lord. Yeah, we'll have to see. Something still unique, but maybe more people will get.
Yeah.
But on actual Halloween night, because in France, the beauty of Halloween in France is that the next day is a bank holiday.
Yes.
So we don't have to go to work the next day. And this year, we're having a giant slumber party.
I'm so excited.
At Quincy's with blow-up mattresses. We're watching both Hocus Pocus movies. We're baking. We're eating junk. We're doing the whole shebang.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
It's going to be
Thank God
so
I have that.
fun.
I have all these blow-up mattresses from when all my cousins and my sister came. So I can fit like a whole village
It's going to be
my living room.
So fun.
It's going to be great.
And then there's Thanksgiving, which is the next U.S. tradition that we don't really have here.
We've brought it here.
But we've brought it here.
April, the most impressively. She does every year. She hosts a huge one for like probably 30 people.
Huge. And she cooks
everything.
All day.
Just like...
And it's delicious.
Yeah. So amazing.
It's so impressive. I think forever I will remember how it tasted bite into her like bread rolls.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, she makes such good bread rolls. I was like shocked when she told me they were made from scratch. I was like, what?
No, she really commits. Whereas like when I hosted mine at my house, I had an American store cook the turkey for me.
Yeah, but it was still so
like,
nice.
I'll just pick it up on the day of.
It was honestly, what's amazing is that so the Thanksgiving we had at your house was more what I'm used to.
Yeah.
And it's like, that was like traditionally how my family would have
and that's what I like, to have like a sit down. You know, we had Lucy made the little place cards and everything.
Yeah, it was a beautiful table. Everybody brought a dish. We had, all the things, Brussels sprouts, mashed potatoes, turkey, and then Lucy's grandma's secret sauce.
So good.
It's so good.
It's
cranberry
so good.
sauce, which I think I'm the only one who eats. And like all the pumpkin pies and apple pies.
Yeah.
And then
my sticky taffy pudding.
Oh, yes.
Which no one likes because
it's so good.
It's like all the French people don't touch it because they're like, oh, what's in it? And you're like, well, it's made of dates and some other things, but it's so good.
No,
it's like
really
caramelly
good.
And
it was a hit at April's last year. People were eating that and they were like, what is this magic?
Yeah, so they've finally like tried it, and I just like the key now is to not tell anyone what's in it and just be like, try it first.
Yeah, no, it's delicious. And I think April's is more like when I would go to, sometimes I would like double
or like
cram
potluck vibes.
Yeah, I was double cramming like Thanksgiving sometimes.
Yeah,
and so when I would go to like my friend Marissa's house, this was very much the vibe where like they invited the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
They had like potluck style. Everybody kind of like grabs a plate and like stands and mingles or like find your little corner.
Yeah.
And it's like it's different and still special in its own way. But it's cool to be able to do both. And like we have so many different Thanksgivings because we just need to celebrate it.
We do. It's actually the one time of year that I do get homesick.
We do yours on the day of.
Yeah, we do.
And then,
which is important.
Yes. And then April's is always like the weekend before. It's like a Friendsgiving and then Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
With like chosen family.
Chosen family. Indeed.
Which I am very thankful that we have that here. And I remember being pissed that I was in school at the time and they wouldn't let me leave to go early.
Bitches.
And I was doing this stupid business games.
Oh my God, yeah.
That they told me I wouldn't have to do, and I had to do it, and I was pissed.
Yeah. So this year, we'll take the day off. Obviously, we don't have the day off Thursday. Yeah. Take the day off and cook our hearts out.
Have a little night in.
It is funny because I'm not, like, out of anyone in my family, I'm, as my grandmother once quoted, saying that I'm, quote, at a loss in the kitchen. So
hence the American store making you your turkey.
Exactly. I'll shell out $100 if you make the turkey and just hand it to me, and I'll hand it to everyone else. But last year I made so many mashed potatoes. That's one thing I could do.
Yeah, those were good.
We made so many, and then I was eating mashed potatoes for weeks.
Yeah.
For weeks.
Honestly, I wish I had brought some home.
I was making,
so good.
I should have given some to you. I was making like patties in the morning, like a little latke type thing, and then like all this stuff.
But as we're pre-recording, we'll give a massive update in the following week because we'll have lots of things that have happened.
Yes, we will.
And we're so excited to talk about Oktoberfest and my chateau offsite.
Oh my God. There's going to be stories.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well,
à bientôt.
Au revoir.